Hello everyone, this is Ibtesam Shaikh. First of all, I want to thank you for having me at this session. I would also like to thank everyone for taking the time to attend this event, AWS COmmunity Days 2020. And I welcome you all, and I hope everyone is well, staying safe, and healthy. So, let me briefly tell you about this presentation. This presentation is going to be showing how I performed sentimental analysis and how I detected emotions of a person in a video using Python and machine learning. Also, I'm going to talk about my journey. So, let's get started. So, who am I? I'm an electronics and telecommunication engineer, currently pursuing Master of Data Science and will soon be graduating. I also work as data scientist intern at AI Australia. I have experience in using Python to build machine learning models, preparing data, cleaning data, handling big and unstructured data sets. When it comes to data visualization, I have experience in using Python, Power BI, and Tableau to visualize data and gain meaningful insights. I am also machine learning and data enthusiastic. You can connect with me over the LinkedIn. I would love to interact with you all. So, what's agenda for today? First of all, I'm going to tell you my story. How being an electronics and telecommunication engineer, I ended up choosing career in the field of data science. Then I'm going to talk little bit about artificial intelligence and machine learning. Then I'll be discussing my project, which is video analysis, the overview of my project as well as demo, and what challenges I faced and what were the solutions. Then I'm going to briefly talk about Amazon recognition. Last but not the least, I'm going to talk about what are applications of my project. So let's begin with my story. As I mentioned earlier, I'm an electronics and telecommunication engineer. During my bachelor's, I came across an article about this person named DJ Patil, who is the first US chief data scientist, and I was really inspired by his mission, which was unleashing the power of data to serve American people. And I started thinking about it more, and that's when I actually found that I was in love with data science type problems. For example, I remember sending a text message out to every friend of mine and recording the time distribution of when they responded. I always thought that predicting human behavior is such a cool thing, and that led me to data science. Artificial intelligence and machine learning, they provide the opportunity to catch a glimpse into the future, and I thought, why not contribute to those great things which is yet to come. Besides data science, deep learning, machine learning, and artificial intelligence are all the best way to create smarter and better world. Also, machine learning going to replace 30% of jobs in near future, and why not train such machines then to be replaced by them. I love data and machine learning because data allows us to make informed decisions and to stop guessing. I was never fond of making decisions based on my gut feeling because the gut says one thing one day and something quite different the following day, but data is what it is. With machine learning, we can take in unlimited data than previously possible to map out trends that will increase our understanding of the universe. I still have an enormous path to conquer, but the journey has been quite fun until now. And I'm really excited to see how these technologies will change our lives. And that brings me to our next slide, which is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is one of the emerging technologies. From Siri to self driving cars, artificial intelligence is progressing rapidly. The other day, I watched one of the interviews by Google CEO Sundar Pichai, in which he mentions that anytime you work with technology, you need to harness the benefits while minimizing the downsides. And we have seen how AI makes our lives more efficient each day. Whether we are trying to read our emails, whether we are trying to get driving directions or music, AI helps us every day through digital assistants such as Amazon's Alexa, Apple's Siri, by performing various tasks from checking our schedules to sending commands to another apps, and the list goes on. AI is an important part of these apps because it learns from every single user interaction. When it comes to AI advantages, there are so many of them. For example, AI reduces human error, it makes faster decisions, and is available 24/7. AI is truly transforming the world. And that brings me to our next topic, which is machine learning. Machine learning is the core sub area of artificial intelligence. It makes computers get into a self learning mode without explicit programming. When fed new data, these computers they learn, they grow, they change, and they develop by themselves. And that is so amazing. Machine learning field is continuously evolving, and machine learning as technology, it helps analyzing large chunks of data, easing the task of data scientist in an automated process, and is gaining a lot of prominence. Machine learning has changed the way data extraction and interpretation work by involving automatic sets of generic methods that have replaced traditional statistic techniques. It can produce accurate results and analysis by developing efficient and fast algorithms and data driven models for real time processing of the data. Machine learning is taking over the world. It is benefiting companies across industries. Not only that, it is also helping organizations create systems that can understand, that can learn, that can predict, and operate on their own. And our next slide is video analysis. Um, so this is the project I have worked on, which is a video analysis. It was so fun doing this project, and I enjoyed a lot. I got to learn so many things. So the task which I performed in this projects are detecting emotions from a face of a person in a video. Emotions such as happy, sad, neutral, surprised, stressed. I also converted voice part into text and performed sentimental analysis based on the text. The main tool which I have used is Python, and some of the main libraries I used are Keras, natural language processing, speech recognition. So first, let's start with demo, and then I can discuss my code and other details of my project. So as you can see that my model did not detect my sad emotion. Maybe I wasn't sad enough for it to detect. That was the main challenge which I faced while doing this project. I'm still working on my model so that it would detect my sad emotion, and I'm also trying to integrate my code with AWS, that is Amazon Recognition, to see how it goes. This project was not my part of coursework. This was more like I wanted to learn and explore machine learning algorithms and AI. So let me discuss with you all my code and how I completed this project. So let me show you how I detected emotions. So this is my code. I have installed all the required libraries. I have imported load model from Keras models. Keras is a neural network API written in Python and is integrated with TensorFlow. Then I have imported image from Keras processing, which is used for loading images. Then I have imported image to array from Keras pre-processing image for converting a loaded image. Then I have imported CV2, which is used for detecting face in an image or in a video. Then I have imported NumPy as well. I have imported tokenization, stop words, sentiment intensity analyzer, and lematizer from NLKT libraries. This is useful for detecting sentiments, basically performing sentimental analysis. Then I have also imported some basic libraries. I have also imported a speech recognition, which is used to decode the human voice. Then I have imported audio segment from PyDub, which is used to load, manipulate, and save audio. So for the first part, I'm identifying most prominent sentiments based on person's face. Example: happy, stressed, neutral, sad. So for this, I have used Cascade Classifier, in which I have used har cascade frontal face.xml file. This is designed by OpenCV to detect the frontal face of the person in the video. So after that, I have loaded the model, which is emotion.h5. It is a compiled model which is like ready to be used, and H5 is a file format to store structured data. It's not a model by itself. Keras saves model in this format as it can easily store the weights and model configuration in a single file. Then I'm reading a video file. Um, then while the camera is true, I'm getting every single frame of the video. Then I'm converting image from one color space to another, and then I'm finding faces, and then I'm making a prediction. And if no face is found, then it will return me that no face is found. But when it's there, it detects the emotion of the person. And when the camera is false, it doesn't show the output. You can also detect the emotions um, of a person through live video. Like, you can give the import as your web camera, and yeah, and then it will detect the emotions. Then second part is converting voice part into text. For this, I have converted my mp4 file into wave file using a function. Then after converting, what I have done is I have initialized the recognizer, which will actually convert my speech into text. And then this is my text. I have the text, so I would be performing sentimental analysis. Sentimental analysis is where the input is phrase or a list of phrases, and the classifier is required to tell if the sentiment behind that is positive, negative, or neutral. So I'm saving my text into txt file, and then I'm reading my txt file. Then I'm performing few tasks in NLP. So the first task is lowercase, where I'm converting each word to its lowercase. Then I'm doing tokenization, which is like splitting strings into smaller parts called tokens. Then I'm removing stop words. Stop words are words which are filtered out before or after processing of natural language data or text. Stop words are the most common words in any natural language. For the purpose of analyzing text data and building NLP models, these stop words might not add much value to the document, and that is why it is a good idea to remove them from the data so that more focus can be given to those words which define the meaning of the text. Other benefits of removing stop words are the data size decreases and the time to train the model also decreases. Even search engines, they remove stop words for fast and relevant retrieval of data from the database. Then after that, I'm performing lemmatization, which is like the process of converting a word to its canonical form, the meaning that lemmatization, it considers the context and converts the word to its meaningful base form. After that, I'm detecting the emotions from the words. So the for the purpose of this task, I have manually created emotion text file, which will detect the emotions from the words. For example, if there's a word confused in the text, then the emotion related to that word is surprised. If the word is worries, and the emotion related to that word is stressed, and likewise. Then I'm counting the number of emotions that has occurred in the text, and then I'm performing the sentimental analysis using sentiment intensity analyzer, which will tell me whether the sentiment is positive, negative, or neutral. In this case, the sentiment is positive. And that's pretty much about my code. And my second last segment is Amazon recognition. So what is Amazon recognition? It is a developer tool with several different functions, including facial recognition, facial analysis, or sentiment analysis, and it requires no machine learning expertise to use. User can identify not only people but objects, text, activities in images as well as in videos. There are plenty of more things that recognition can do. And I'm really looking forward to get started with Amazon recognition. As far as converting speech to text part is concerned, Amazon Transcribe makes it easy to add speech to text capabilities to users' applications. Amazon Transcribe uses a deep learning process called automatic speech recognition ASR to convert speech to text quickly as well as accurately. And my last segment is applications of emotion detection. The first one I would like to point out is marketing or advertising sector. Customers want to know how people respond to their product, their packaging, their ads, etc. And sentimental analysis is very helpful in this case. Next one is education. Education applications measure real time learners' responses to and engagement with the educational content. Emotion detection can play an important role in security as well by identifying people and monitoring their suspicious behavior by tracking their age, gender, and current emotional state. There are many other sectors such as hiring, clinical diagnosis, surveillance, where these technologies can be quite helpful. To summarize, the future of emotion detection is promising, and the technology will become more widely adopted over the next few years. Whether it's analyzing text, video, or spoken conversations, being able to create actionable data with minimum effort in real time could change the way businesses approach user interactions in the future. And with that, it's end of my presentation. So thank you again. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.